I always think about my grandparents and my father in particular. He grew up in Peru, actually, in a very large family, and what set him apart from all of his siblings, his brothers and sisters, was literacy. The kid in that household that graduated from high school, that graduated from college, that ended up going to medical school, that moved to a new country, and all of that was powered by the love for reading and what he could learn from those books and sort of this curiosity that built out in him. When I started in kindergarten, I didn't speak English, so much so that my teachers and sort of the people in the school thought that I needed extra help, and so they put me in sort of the special ed class or track, and they would send home all these notes about how I never spoke and was really kind of set aside at first. And it wasn't until I think one of my specialist teachers saw that actually I was set aside not because I wasn't necessarily wanting to talk to folks, but because I was kind of in the corner reading a bunch of books. My dad told me the story about how, first quarter, second quarter, they were talking about, she needs to be on a special track, she needs to take special classes, we're really worried that she's not talking. And then kind of by the third quarter, it was, Melissa never stops talking, we need to, she's talking too much, she's disrupting class. Because at that point, I was telling all the kids about the books that I was reading, and it became more of a group activity as opposed to me off in the corner. I think now, especially because I'm sort of living and breathing literacy, I look back and I see, that's exactly what I was doing. And I think I first started getting inklings that was the case when I was a teacher myself. And I was working in a second grade classroom and a third grade classroom, and I saw my students doing that. Entering a room, not really knowing how to read yet, and then when that light bulb goes off and all of a sudden they are reading a chapter book or decoding, or they get their spelling test back, or they get a paper back and there's no spelling corrections. All of those things, I felt like for them are these wins that are all part of their literacy journey. They were probably not going to realize that it's the thing more than just a regular school day, but I think for me, I saw that in my students, and then I could look back at my own childhood and see that is where I connected. When I first cracked open my English book and realized that, the way that I sound out words in Spanish is actually the same as I sound out words in English. It's just different sounds, but the process is the same. I did that as a kid automatically without thinking about it. Now I'm like, oh my gosh, the brain is amazing. That is how, again, as an adult, I can kind of see it more. My name is Melissa Long, and I believe that literacy matters.